Hello friends, this is Kevin aka KMan1 coming at you with another episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. In the last episode, we managed to rob our first train, and in this episode we're going to make moves to rob the next two. So let's just go ahead, and the first missions are actually going to be, well, the only two missions here so far are actually going to be as Bentley and Murray. So this is the first time in quite a while that we haven't had any Sly missions besides Jailbreak. But that was mostly due to, you know, he was in prison. And so, I mean, there weren't even any, like, official Murray missions for that. But anyways, here we are at the first mission.
Heads up, Bentley. Here comes Iron Horse number 2. You and that RC chopper of yours ready?
We'll get the job done, provided I can catch up with that train.
Alright. And so now, we are tasked with getting onto a train that's like a million miles away. Because, you know, logic. And oops. See, that's what happens when you don't watch where you're going, kids. Look both ways before crossing the street and all that. I guess I'm just supposed to wait here for the train to come by. Maybe. I don't actually know very well how the train tracks line up here. Not gonna lie. Oh, and I found a spot. And we're in, gentlemen and ladies, but only gentlemen watch so far as I'm aware right now. Because, you know, channel's small. I don't have very much of a viewer base outside of my immediate friends and family.
This had better work. Sly won't stand a chance making it through this train unless I neutralize the aerial defenses. Good thing I outfitted the RC chopper with a new cannon. Let's see. The X button drops bombs and the square button shoots forward.
So, I hope I'm not the only one who just saw that typo in the cutscene.
I should bomb those missile launchers before things get ugly.
And so this is the first RC chopper mission that I actually really enjoy, because it's a lot more challenging than drop bombs, occasionally turn to dodge missiles and the such. It's a much more interactive, like, top-down shooter sort of game, which is something I very much appreciate. Nothing like a good top-down shooter, because, you know, well, I mean, I guess you could say a side-scrolling shooter is basically the same control scheme, but don't question me, I'm an adult. Anyways, as we are taking down the defenses for this train, we are going to enable a further robbery of it. And for some reason I thought those were beneath me, even though clearly they're the airplanes that I was shooting down earlier. So, I guess I'm just dumb. But that's no surprise to anyone, really. Sick burn on myself, but whatever. Anyways, it's kind of unrealistic how many cars this train has for this segment, but for the purpose of just not making the gameplay segment really short and boring, I guess they decided to amp up the actual number of cars. Alright, and we're on pretty low health right now, so I'm hoping this doesn't last that much longer, because I can't take much more of this. Alright. And for that little portion, you can just kind of swivel back and forth and just keep shooting. Also, if you button mash, you can fire a lot faster than if you just hold down the button. And since I was button mashing from the beginning anyways, I didn't even, like, think to check, but then I finally did think to check, and I learned that I am faster than the auto fire. But I mean, button mashing,
I'm so close! Bentley strikes again! Yes, the aerial defenses are down! Now it's all up to Sly to finish the job.
Alright, and so we're done with setting up the train robbery. And I don't know where this is going to warp us. I'm pretty sure it'll be back to the safe house, but I might have to just navigate. But either way, I will go ahead and cut to the next mission with the appropriate character. See you guys in just a moment. And we're back.
We'll need this handcar to chase down Iron Horse number 3. But for the time being, it's all fenced in.
No problem. I'll tear that fence apart.
A metal's too resilient for my bombs or your muscle. No, for this job, we're going to have to rely on a stronger force. The love of a mother for her child.
You got something to tell me?
Yes, I've had the good fortune of locating 2 juvenile bear cubs. If you put them together inside that fence, they'd surely start fighting. Bears at that age are particularly antisocial. Noise from the squabbles should bring their mother around to free the angry youths.
I get ya. That big mama bear will be able to smash the fence no problem to free her cubs.
That's correct.
Beware, cubs, for you are hunted by the Murray.
Alright, now it's time for some good old-fashioned bear wrestling. Just kidding, we're basically just picking them up and throwing them into a... Excuse me, ledge. Let me jump up you. This game is so unrealistic. I'm apparently being chased by Carmelita, so I am just going to run like the Dickens. And I'm probably just gonna go ahead and... Oh, wait, never mind. She stopped chasing me. But either way, I'm probably just going to... I don't know. I'm thinking we're just going to go ahead and, since it's just the same thing, again, basically, grabbing a cub, I'll just go ahead and throw this one into the thingy, and just cut to the destination, and the delivery, I guess, of the second bear cub. Well, actually, it's close enough that there's no real reason to wait. But the one thing you'll need to worry about with this, that Bentley's talking about in the background, is you don't want to alert the angry mama bear before you're supposed to, and I'm actually trapped between both bears at this point in time. So this could be messy. But fortunately, running, you are faster than the bear, and the bear will actually dispatch any guards that it comes across in its path, which is very, very useful for you if you are actively being chased by a guard. And you can actually use the bear as like a projectile weapon, which can come in very, very handy, of course. And gotta be careful around Carmelita, because I might show off a way that you can take her down if it does work in this game, but so far as I'm aware, she can't be like completely killed.
Well, that was fast. The mother is already on her way. That was beautiful. Just like a nature documentary, only more violent.
Alright, and with that elegant description of the carnage we just witnessed, I'm just going to go ahead and cut ahead to the final mission destination.
Sly, the second Iron Horse train is coming too fast. You might not have time to jump on top.
Relax, Bentley. There's more than one way to get on top of that caboose.
And as much as there are more than one way, we can just jump on. The thing they're trying to say is there's like that pipe on the side you can grab onto, and it's handy, but I don't need it because I actually know how to use the paraglider. A skill they apparently thought we had not picked up. Alright.
Sneak your way up there and grab it.
Now, if you're like me, you might be tempted to try to pickpocket from every single guard in this train, but that's pretty much just a way to get yourself killed repeatedly, as I've learned in the past. And I'm not talking like I did a couple practice runs right before this, and I ended up dying a bunch. I mean, like, just when I've played this on my own time in the past, I have literally tried to pickpocket from every single guard, and I just ended up getting killed a bunch. So I'm going to avoid that mistake and just take him down the classic style. And by the way, the new Sly power-up for this area that you can purchase is the silent obliteration. Basically, instead of the normal slam move you use to take down guards from behind, there's...
That's it. Keep your asses sharp.
And I'm in a really bad position right now. Alright. Wait, what? I was... Okay. Sometimes the guards will get, like, stuck in a door like that. And if that happens, then... Music box power. Alright, that worked. Really, really well. And this is like the most awkward thing in the world, and I can't even remember what I was talking about just a couple seconds ago. So, I don't know. I might like put a little thing on screen to finish my thought, but I honestly can't even remember what I was talking about. Anyways, we got another long W.
Fantastic! We're raking in the clockwork parts left and right. Okay, guys, this is it. Time to break into Iron Horse number 3 and carry away the clockwork stomach. Now, the train's moving too fast to jump onto here in town, so we'll have to catch up with it on Murray's new handcar. Once we're in position, Sly'll hop aboard and make his way up to the engine. While he travels through the interior, I'll provide air support with my RC chopper. I've planned this as a textbook train robbery. If we all do our jobs right, what could possibly go wrong?
Hello friends, this is just a little post-commentated bit to let you guys know that just because the footage for these segments was a little bit on the short side, I decided to just go ahead and slap 2 gameplay segments into one episode for you guys, just so you aren't super starved for content over the next couple days. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, and in just a moment we'll go ahead and cut to the live commentary.
Hop aboard, guys. We've got a train to catch.
And now, through the power of editing magic, the hand car will be like 3 to 4 times bigger.
Got it. Strong work, Murray.
Yeah, sure. The Murray's strength knows no limit.
You're on, Sly. Break into that train and steal the clockwork stomach.
That Jean Besson's one strange guy. The Claw Gang divides up the clockwork parts, and he walks away with the stomach and lungs? It still creeps me out.
Get creeped out later when we aren't riding an antique handcar at breakneck speeds.
Good point. It's time for a train robbery.
See, Sly just said it's time for a train robbery now, but it's been time for a train robbery for like 3 episodes, so really, he's just behind the times on this one. And I'm screwed. Boop. Alright. So, the big thing is you're going to want to use stuff like the little luggage carrier thingy up here, and other things at your disposal to avoid guards, but since I'm bad at this game, I'm not able to do that. And here, there's kind of an awkward maze of luggage that you need to crawl through because of lasers. Sentences that can only truly be uttered while playing Sly Cooper. But anyways, the maze isn't that hard to go through. It's just... And you can kind of see it from above where you're supposed to go, but it's not overly necessary.
Ain't nobody getting past me. That there clockwork stomach is as safe as a snowman in winter. I'd like to meet the varmint that's been looting my Iron Horse trains. By Jiminy, I get hot neath the collar just thinking about how I'd cut that boy down. I'd kill him like a spotted owl. I sure would.
Just can't stay away from these clockwork parts, can you?
Oh, I just do it to meet exciting ladies like yourself.
If you'd like some excitement, why not climb up on top of the train? I'm sure to get your heart pumping. Maybe even show you my new ride.
No thanks, Neela. I've seen enough already.
What's the problem, Poodle? Afraid you can't take me on? Have to call up your little friends for help?
Come in, little friends. Neela's got me pinned down. Any chance of air support?
I've already launched the RC chopper. She won't know what hit her.
Come on, Cooper. Let's play. What in blazes? All right, little RC friend. This should be a quick bit of destruction.
Alright, well, Neela said let's play, and that's already what I'm doing right now. So, let's just go ahead and get into it. The boss fight with her, it's just kind of a top-down shooter, basically. There's not really much you can say about it. She spawns little biplanes, and she just fires a bunch of bullets at you in a pretty predictable pattern, and there are pretty obvious places that you're supposed to dodge through. And in a moment, she's gonna go back and forth like this, and I'm bad at dodging it apparently. And the reason I'm confused is because I forgot how this boss fight worked. But anyways, we are gonna be done in just a couple more shots.
You Romy blighter! This is a... What? Oh no! Oh no!
That was some fancy flying, little friend.
Whatever you say, Poodle.
Alright, and what I really wanted to talk about after those last couple cutscenes, but I didn't want to distract myself and then end up super hard failing the boss fight, was there was another typo in that cutscene. Like, I've never noticed these before, but now they just show up like crazy. Wait, they can interrupt my takedown move. Well, I can interrupt your life. So, take that. Alright, just gonna grab a health pack so I can have that little bit of extra on my power meter. But, alright, here is a segment that can be a little bit annoying. Just because sometimes it doesn't register the move you're trying to use properly. And I've had a lot of issues with it in the past. Plus, I'm just really bad at wall hooks. So. But fortunately, I managed to make it through without much problem. But yeah, anyways, there are like a million typos in some of the most recent cutscenes that I haven't ever noticed before. And so now it's just like, really? I thought this game was like... I mean, I don't think this game is perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But I would think that its shortcomings wouldn't stem from stuff like faulty subtitles. Not that that's like a really big deal, because, I mean... subtitles do not a good game make, but either way, we are in it to win it with the last piece.
Never thought I'd see the day when his stomach got turned into a tool of evil.
Looks like John Bassan's wised up and bolted the stomach down. We'll have to crack the engine block to get it free.
Then that's just what we'll do. A well-placed bomb down the train's smokestack will knock it loose. Just make sure to take some cover.
Not so fast, chum. The clockwork part is mine.
Alright, and the reason I was confused just a moment ago was because I forgot that there were actually two phases to this boss fight. The first phase, it's just basically a normal top-down shooter, but in this one, if she changes phases soon, then I will be able to show you that she drops to, well, I'll just go ahead and say it. She drops to a lower level, and you're supposed to drop bombs onto her face, and it's fun and enjoyable, and I highly, highly recommend it. Anyways, this may or may not be my second time having to do this boss fight, because I'm bad, but fortunately, I seem to be doing a lot better this time around. So, naturally, as soon as I say I'm doing better, she just drops to where I can't keep shooting at her and just end it in one go. But yeah, this is basically what it's like, and a bunch of biplanes come at you.
You won't stop me. Not the Cooper gang. Not Interpol. Not anyone.
Stand clear, Sly. This might be messy.
I've got an upset stomach on my hands, but other than that, I feel great. The gang and I had pulled off the impossible. We'd successfully robbed all of John Bisson's iron horse trains, and we were walking away with 3, count them, 3 clockwork parts. And as a bonus, we shut down spice distribution in all of North America. Needless to say, we were pretty pleased with ourselves. Can't say the same for Carmelita. Once again, the framed policewoman had to run from the cops, which was fun at first, but I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her. I mean, what if they replaced Carmelita with someone else? I don't want another cop on my tail. She's a big part of why this is all fun. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to clear her name. Some way other than turning myself in.